And welcome back to WTL, everybody. I'm your host, Andy Class, joined by
Gibran,
the Parlay Pounder.
You got it.
All right, we talked college football.
We did.
UFC 281 and that loaded
Woo!
card. Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Yep, it's the best.
But we got to finish strong. We got to talk NFL now.
You know it.
And boy, do we have quite the lineup here. And we're going to
Yeah.
start bright and early. Sunday morning. Don't miss it, folks.
Yeah.
8:30 a.m.
Yeah.
kickoff. That is Seattle. The Seahawks. Surprise Seahawks.
Yeah.
Taking on Tampa Bay Buccaneers over in Munich, Germany.
Yeah.
And that's going to be on the NFL Network. Like we said, bright and early at 8:30 a.m. And the Bucs are the 3-point favorite.
Yeah, they are, Andy. And the over-under sitting there at 44.5. Yeah, like you said, it's bright and early. Make sure that you get at least your fantasy guys in your lineup, out of your lineup, whatever you want to do.
Yep.
We know a lot of people wake up on that Sunday morning a little groggy, and then they figure out that the game's already going on. Like you said earlier, though, Andy, the Seahawks have been a pleasant surprise this season.
Yes.
They've kind of been the face of the beast, in the NFC West a little bit with, the 49ers kind of taking weeks off and the Rams not, up to expectations. So, but they are going overseas to face another beast, the GOAT of GOATs, Tom Brady. And, they haven't been, world beaters or whatever, but they did just beat the Rams last weekend. I really like the Buccaneers to cover here. I really like them to win the game. I'm looking at this game probably 24-20 kind of game, just barely covering, but I like the Buccaneers with the spread. Give me that.
I'd have to lean with Tampa Bay as well for all the reasons you mentioned. And I've been fading Geno Smith all year, and he's been proving me wrong, but at some point in time, it has to end. The fairy tale has to end. It's like, are we just forgetting about the first, 5 years of his NFL career?
Well, the whole thing is, Andy, is that people were going into this season with low expectations of him. People are...
He's got good stats, though.
Exactly. But people are up to date on him now. People know what he's going to bring. Nobody is overlooking him anymore. It's a lot harder for him to come out with a really good game plan against a team like the Buccaneers that have seen it all. They have really, really good leaders on both sides of the ball with Tom Brady and Levante David. Husker shout out.
There we go.
And I just really think the Buccaneers are going to win this one and probably cover the 3 points.
And also, he's going to start playing all these NFC West teams for a second time around.
Exactly.
So I think we're going to have to pump the brakes, cool it a little bit as far as this Geno Smith goes. All right, let's move on over to a regular American kickoff here. Fox, high noon, Vikings heading up to Buffalo. And the Bills are a 3.5-point favorite.
Yeah, they are, Andy, and that's just because the Bills are the Bills.
Yes, they are.
But they came up short last week against the Jets. The Jets, Jets, Jets.
Yes, they did.
And a big reason why is because the quarterback play of Josh Allen last week, Andy. He couldn't get in his groove. He gets in these games and he has huge games, but he could not get in the groove. The Jets have one of the better aerial defenses in the league, which kind of threw him for a loop or whatever. The Vikings have been just solid, Andy, and I tried to throw a little bit of shade on them last week, saying that they weren't, what everybody thought they were.
My boy was iced out on the plane ride home.
Oh, Kirk Thuggins iced up on the plane ride home. The big question mark here, Andy, on this game is will Josh Allen play or not? He's kind of in the injury bug right now.
Oh man, injury reports are all over the place.
They are, and everybody from Scheffner to other people at ESPN are saying that it's not that big a deal, but are they not? They're saying he could not practice all week and still play in the game. If he doesn't play, Viking Case Keenum would be the starting quarterback for the Bills.
Yeah.
So it's hard for me to lean either way. I would lean towards the Vikings to win this game if Josh Allen doesn't play.
Okay.
Just because the Vikings are kind of on a roll, but I will stay away from this one right now just because I don't know if Josh Allen's going to play. So kind of keep your eyes on this one, Andy.
Mm-hmm.
The Vikings are still straight up 1-4 against the spread against Buffalo in their last 5 times meeting. So that is against Josh Allen, obviously. So I would really bet the Bills if Josh Allen was playing. Flip it if the Vikings, for the Vikings, if Josh Allen is sitting this one out.
What about that over-under at 43.5? I'm seeing on a consensus line here. And this kind of goes along with, even if Allen is good to go, he's not going to be 100%. So I kind of like the under again.
Yeah, Andy, I think this is a pretty tight line. I do think it's going to be right there. But both of these offenses have people to score at least 20 points, Andy.
They do.
Mostly, you're going to, I think it's going to be a 24-21 kind of game. Probably boost that up to 28 if Josh Allen is playing. So I can see this going over, but I do like the under with all the question marks that we're seeing, Andy.
Yeah, and this is one that you can just kind of sit out or be on the sideline up until kickoff and get that last
exactly
before you want to get wild with it. All right, let's head on over to Sunday night, NBC. Chargers, big dog, going to San Francisco. A touchdown favorite are the 49ers.
Yeah, Andy, and there's 2 reasons for this. One reason, Deebo Samuel is coming back.
Deebo.
The other reason is he's paired up with Christian McCaffrey. This is going to be explosive. There's a reason that these guys were paired together. There's a reason that Jimmy G is the checkdown king of the world.
He's got some good checkdowns
He's got the best checkdowns in the world. You're talking CMC, you're talking Deebo Samuel, and you're talking George Kittle. You cannot beat that triangle. I really like the 49ers in this one. I think they're going to show why they are one of the best offenses in the league right now, and the defense is going to keep Herbert at bay. I like the 49ers. I like them to cover.
You like a full 7 points.
I like it.
2 West Coast teams here, so the Chargers aren't going to have to travel much here.
Yep.
And they're not bad. I know maybe there's some higher expectations out there, but they're 5-3.
They're a good team.
They are a good team. They're right now, record-wise, they're better than the 49ers.
For sure.
And 49ers lost to the Bears. My God.
People are having a tough time with your quarterback there. Fields is running all over.
Yeah. It was kind of funny. The coaches kind of got themselves in hot water saying, like, whoa, we just went back and watched some old vintage tape of Deshaun Watson and Michael Vick and thought, hey, how can we use our quarterback? You weren't doing that before?
Yeah, like, what are you doing?
Watch some Kyler Murray tape.
Well, yeah, we figured out he is very athletic.
Brilliant.
No, really.
Brilliant, boys. Way to go. Yeah, way to double down on knowing what you're doing there. Back to the matter at hand here.
Yeah.
The Chargers, 49ers, this line is set at 45.5. And there's been a slight lean as far as the public money goes, smashing that over, kind of like always.
Yeah. No, and I kind of do like that, Andy. I do think these 2 teams are going to be kind of racing up the scoreboard.
Okay.
One of the thing is that the Niners rush offense is 15th in the league, and the Chargers defense is allowing 5.7 yards per carry this year.
Jeez.
So that is very bad news, especially when the 49ers come in with these plethora of running backs, especially Christian McCaffrey and Deebo Samuel kind of leading that charge. So I really believe that these guys will be racing up the scoreboard. I like the over and obviously the 49ers pick.
All right. Well, I'm going to go against you there. I'm going to take the Chargers to cover. 7 points is too much for me.
Yeah.
There's 2 good teams, and I like San Francisco. I like their weapons, blah, 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 blah. For whatever reasons, I think the Chargers can keep it within a touchdown.
There you go.
All right. Let's head on over to Monday Night Football. Here we go. The team formerly known as the Redskins, formerly known as the football team, now that the Washington Commanders might be under some new ownership here soon.
Yeah, it looks like it anyways.
But they're heading on over to Philadelphia, the sports capital of the world, I guess, right now. Eagles flying high at 8-0. They are also an 11-point favorite.
Yeah.
A divisional foe, and they're an 11-point favorite.
Yeah.
All right, what do you make of this?
It's crazy.
Okay.
These teams have already played. The Commanders dared Jalen Hurts to beat him with his arm, and the MVP candidate did just that, going 22 for 35 for 340 yards.
But that's it.
And 3 touchdowns. Yeah, that's it.
That's it.
One thing I will point out is Washington's secondary has improved drastically since that game, including Kendall Fuller, who has tormented Devonta Smith. That should offer some optimism for Redskins Commanders fans. Sorry. Facing a strong Vikings defense, Taylor Heineke managed only 149 passing yards last week, and as Minnesota's defense is no slouch,
don't be hating on Heineke.
It pales in comparison to the Eagles, who have allowed the second fewest passing yards and have the most interceptions with 12.
Tell you what, a lot of people are on Washington here to cover.
Well, anytime that you see a double-digit spread in the NFL, people are going to jump on the plus there.
But this is at home, and this is a divisional foe where a lot of times I'm like, they're going to keep it tight because they're zany. Wild things can happen. But Philadelphia does feel like just a different animal right now.
Yeah.
Like they are on a mission.
You kind of know where I'm going to go with this, Andy. We expect the Commanders to put up a fight, just like you said, but the Eagles are undefeated for a reason.
Yeah.
It's just really tough for me to envision that they drop this game at the Lincoln Financial Field,
right,
coming off a mini bye. Playing Thursday night last week. So I got the Eagles 27, Commanders 17, which would cover for the Commanders, but that's such a tight line there. I will be, if anything, going with Eagles money line, which is very, very not good odds.
That's not good odds
at
all.
A minus 425 right now.
All right, so Mr. Parlay Pounder, does that mean you're alluding to a parlay play?
I am alluding to a parlay play, but the Eagles are not in it. My first one will be I'm taking the Tennessee Titans money line against the Denver Broncos at a minus 135, pairing that with the 49ers money line at minus 290, and rounding it out with the Buccaneers at minus 3 at a plus 100. Sitting 100. There
okay.
Gonna spend $25 to win 100. I believe this is a very good parlay, and people should tail that if they want to make some money.
You better tail it if you want some money. I mean, who doesn't want more money right now? We just had a $10 billion winner in the Powerball.
Exactly.
And I mean, we're just asking for like $1.25.
Exactly. I just want $100, but no. Titans, 49ers, Bucks. That is the parlay for the Sunday slate.
Nice. Thank you, Mr. Parlay Pounder.
You got it.
All righty, you heard the horn. That means we're up against it. So that'll do it for this week.
Yep.
Be sure to follow us on YouTube, Twitter, and TikTok to receive weekly free picks and hilarious short videos and feature-length episodes, especially on our YouTube channel. For Jabron, the Parlay Pounder, I'm Andy Klassen. Thanks, folks, for listening. This has been WTL.